This is the Investing News Network. I'm Georgia Williams, and we're here at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. And joining me today is Ron Coombes, CEO, President, and Director of Providence Gold Mines, which trades on the TSXV at ticker PHD and on the OTC at PRRVF. Thank you for joining me today, Ron.
Well, thank you for having me.
How's the conference been so far?
I got to tell you, walking around the conference today and seeing the mood of the investment community is exciting because, the past 5 years, actually, before COVID, we've been in a very significant bear market. The bear's dead, the bull's alive now. I love it.
It's very exciting times.
Yes.
Could you give us a little bit of background on Providence Gold Mines, please?
Well, Providence Gold Mines, I took it over in 2019. We've basically been focused on the gold and silver market for that duration of time. Of course, during COVID to date, of course, things were pretty slow because, nobody was making any investments. As you know, cryptocurrency was going to take over the gold and silver, which we can now see isn't the truth. It couldn't be further from the truth, actually. So we picked up a gold project, and it's in about an hour and a half from Los Angeles. The Dama de Oro, which means woman of the gold, which I just love the name.
Nice, yeah. And you recently did a financing. Can you tell me how you're going to be allocating this money?
Well, we've done two finances. We put out an announcement that we closed on an $80,000 financing, which was required for us to complete our reviewable transaction. So the exchange just this last week approved the financing and gave us the go-ahead with regards to the reviewable transaction. So we are in the midst of just completing another financing right now. And it's amazing. It's going very well. That's all I can say until I put out a press release. It's gone very well.
Fabulous. And jurisdiction is a real hot topic of late. And you mentioned that you're an hour and a half from Los Angeles, so California, which is a lovely state. Can you tell us what it's like to operate and work in the state?
Yeah, I mean, there are misconceptions about California. Very nearby where our mining property is, we have Cemex, which is got a huge rock quarry. We're in a good area of California that's very receptive to mining. Having all of our permits in place with plan of operation for the bulk sample speaks volumes. It's not as bad as people think it is.
Mm-hmm. And you talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but we're in record gold price territory, record silver price territory. What does $100 silver, $5,000 gold do for the optics of your project?
Well, we're not compliant. Okay, we don't have a compliant resource. What does it do for the optics as far as the mineralization that's present? The optics couldn't be any better.
Right. Absolutely. And so, as we head into 2026, what can investors be on the lookout for?
Potential cash flow.
All right.
Puts us in a very unique position. If you look around today down on the floor there, if you look around, how many mining companies are in a position where they've got all their permits and ready to actually mine? It puts us in a very advantageous position in the mining sector.
Absolutely. And, the permitting process is often, talked about with a little bit of negativity, I would say, is a nice word. It can be quite long. So how have you found the permitting process?
Well, I've been in the business a real long time, and I voiced my opinion in Canada, for instance, when they were doing the Ring of Fire back in 2012. It was actually on Valentine's Day. I was in the... So my viewpoint here in Canada isn't very good because it's not a homogenous system. You're dealing with the provincial government, you're dealing with the federal government, and then you're dealing with the First Nations. It's almost impossible to get all those three parties together to be able to, earmark your project to go forward, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And in the U.S., this last year, we've heard a lot about the expediting of permitting. Have you seen that yourself?
Yeah, actually, the United States of America is, from what I can see so far, the best place in the world to go mining. I think that Their system works. You have to follow the rules and regulations, but at least you know that the policies are sound. And at the end of the day, you'll get your permits as long as everything follows the legislations.
Yeah. Well, it's a very exciting year for Providence, and I look forward to speaking with you again, Ron.
I really look forward to speaking with you as well, because I think this year is going to be a catalyst for our corporation moving forward. And if production moves forward on the bulk sample the way we feel it should, we're going to become a very big success story. The property has potential for 200,000 to, I believe, up to 1 million ounces. We got a 6,000-foot strike. It's in a great location. It's on flat ground. It's in the right place at the right time. That's the way I would describe it.
Absolutely. It's the best time for gold and silver right now.
Yeah.
I'm Georgia Williams. This was Ron Coombes of Providence Gold Mines.